I mean, you've had every accolade imaginable, except for this is like the crown jewel. I mean, as the reality sunk in, like the crown is now complete.
I haven't stopped crying since it happened. I think the biggest thing that I really want to say is I remember reading this book, and somebody was talking about, mental toughness, and I was tuning in so that I could get some perspective. And I remember them saying, like, do you think Olympians just sit and doubt themselves? And I was like, is that why I'm not an Olympian yet? And like the biggest thing I want to say is, yeah, they do. And that's because this is all really scary. But one thing that I've learned is that it's okay to be afraid, as long as you also hold space for your own success at the same time. And that's what bravery really is. Being an Olympian, oh man, it's so cool. And in 2021, I thought I was actually going to be done. I thought that was going to be my last year. And so I remember going home and being like, I'm never going to be able to say that I was an Olympian. And so to be able, and I'm such an ugly crier, this is so embarrassing, but it's real. And so to be able to add that is super special. I'm just beyond grateful. I'm grateful to my team who believed in me. I'm grateful to myself for keeping pushing even through all of the ups and downs. And I think I'm just trying to take in this moment as much as I possibly can, because I know even amazing moments are fleeting, so you gotta hold on to them, and crappy moments are fleeting too. I had one 3 years ago. You just gotta hold on to now. That's all we got.
Just a kid from Rexford, Idaho.
Yeah, go.
Southeastern Idaho. I mean, it's about as small as town as you can think of. I mean, what's the support meant to you there? But also like in Logan, Utah, when you were at Utah State.
Yeah, I think that me feeling like I was in a small town made me almost feel like I didn't deserve to be on a bigger stage. And I also felt like I was a decent athlete growing up. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that it's like, oh, I was never athletic, but I was a decent athlete, but I was never like that special, like, holy cow, like, look at her, she's gonna break the world record at 16. And I mean, I'm 33, guys. This has been 20 years in the making. And I have been doing track for 20 years on the dot. And it only took me 20 years to make an Olympics. So that's what they mean when they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, and sometimes it takes 20.
Please tell me there was a watch party in Rexburg today.
I hope so. Honestly, I actually don't know what's been going on, because I'm I gotta be in the bubble. No, I can't talk to anybody. So I hope there was. That'd be great.
Are you gonna go back before Paris?
I'm not sure yet.
I'm sure they would love to see you.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I thought there was a day after today until there is now, and now we got to go back and make a whole plan for the next, because I kept telling myself, you can't skip over this moment, you have to finish this moment first, and then we go on to our next step.
You said you thought you'd be done after 2021. What motivated you to keep pushing for this?
I think what happened was there was this like itch behind me that said, like, you can't end like this. I have worked so hard that I can't end in a negative space, and so I was like, let me just do one more year. It's a world championship year. I ended up actually winning the pentathlon indoor, and I had never won a pentathlon before, and I didn't make the team again in outdoor, but I did so good. I had such a great year, and it kind of just was like, okay, let's just do one more year. Let's do one more year. And then it was the year I made Budapest and had an amazing season in Budapest. And I think, honestly, it was kind of just one step at a time. And it kind of goes to show that if you take a moment as it goes, sometimes you can't plan for that 3 years in the future. Because if 3 years ago you would have asked me, are you going to go for it again? The answer would have been absolutely not. I'll never be an Olympian.
So were you planning on this being your last Olympic trials then?
I mean, it is so hard when you PR in almost every event to just be like, let's be done, And so I always ask my family. I always say three things. I say, are we still having fun? Are we still getting better? And does it still make sense for life? So haven't made any decisions yet. Right now, just the focus is Paris for sure.
Sure. This group, I mean, obviously has had collectively, you know, Talia, obviously the past 2 times with the trials, and like you had to pick yourselves up, you know, so many times. Like, and I just feel like there's a lot of just continuity and like symmetry, like, you know, fate that this group is together, considering how many times all 3 of you have like defied the odds medically, you know, emotionally, mentally. Like, how special is it to share that with them?
Yeah, I love them. They're amazing. Honestly, there's something about the Heps is that we are all in this battle together, and even though we are battling each other, we also all have to do it, and we all know how brutal the event is, and so there is something special about even seeing, even if you're not, you know, happy with how you did, there is something special about like sharing in the competition with others, and having the girls that made it with me in Budapest, and we had our experience in Budapest. It was really cool to be able to make this team together.
What would you tell somebody about Rexburg who's never been there before? What are the unique aspects of it?
Yeah, so in high school, I got 2 weeks off of school just to do potato harvest. So all of the high school people, all of the high school, we got off school so that we could go work on the farms and make some money. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah. So spud harvest is what we called it.
In terms of feeling like, okay, maybe I walk away, maybe I don't, but now not only everybody in Rexburg, Idaho, everybody in Logan, Utah, everybody in the United States, everybody in the world has seen the best version of you, and many times over in the Hep, you know, Glasgow, Budapest, now Paris and stuff like that. Like, how cool is that you have just continued? You know, it's probably the worst cliche ever, but like to age like a fine wine.
Yeah, I mean, what I hope people take from it is like perspective on a lot of people. I used to get asked all the time, like, how are you still getting better? I don't understand. And I always say, well, the first thing is that you're never going to be younger than you are right now. So I don't care if you're 85, you're never going to be younger than you are right now. Be young. Like, you know what I mean? Be the youngest version of you. And I honestly feel better now than I did when I was 21. Like, truly, like I truly do, and I take care of myself. Now, what I do now is my coach will tell me a thing, and I'll be like, no, I'm not doing that. And he's like, just try. And I'm like, no, that looks dangerous. I'm not doing it. I'm not comfortable. And it's like sometimes I think with age does come a little wisdom, and sometimes it happens because you learn the hard way with getting injured. But I think that being able to, and I was actually talking to the girls, and they're like, as we're getting older, we're learning that training smarter, not harder is kind of the vibe. But yeah, I think just being able to have the perspective of you're never going to be younger than you are right now, so be the youngest version of you currently, and then also just being really aware that like health is the best, protect it.